it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready up. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 60 yards.
And the Giants first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Switch. Pilot, 64. Wait. Get it.
They'll run with Barkley, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second down, here's Barkley, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Rosa's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I'm coming after you. 31's the mic. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. 31's the mic. I hope you brought your weapon.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check.
Now it's Jackson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a 1st down. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The tackle by O'Shea Zimmerman. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
In your face.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 21.
Dude, man, that was some weak stutter stuff you made me do.
Check, ready. 60 on. 50 seconds to Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 99. Check 99.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Mike, 57. Here we go, G.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Jackson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Jones throwing again. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jordan Evans coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we have reached halftime here with not much scoring between these two teams. 6-6 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the...
Chilling. You know I don't know, nigga. Do nothing with them dogs. The hell no. Yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Get off the field, D. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Okay, double up.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
I got Harper. Under the gun.
Now a give right side. Newton. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Newton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Mike's 59.
From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it again with Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Ready? 10-2 saw.
You're not ready. Hey, 40's Mike right there.
Hey, Delta.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Got it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Man left. Alone.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Set 30 base.
Got nothing.
5. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike.
Watch the run. Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
Ready?
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun. Jones. Stepping. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Boy, the run on 1st down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 15, line. 15 line.
Mike 48. Mike 48.
Look, squeeze.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Hey, exit.
Mike 40. Mike 40. Watch the run.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Newton. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
From the 29, Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
It's now 3rd down.
Echo. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
I'm coming for you. You go. Check 59.
To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Get him, boy.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. On 2nd down, it's Newton. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
A crusher there as it's intercepted.
What the fuck just
Picked
happened?
off by Tavon Young.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 43. He's coming. Double up. Zip it. Double up.
They'll run on first down. Newton. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the twist.
And the blitz does come. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.